So, I finally watched what's considered the biggest film of 2024, Anora, a movie that somehow ended up being nominated for 5 Oscars, including Best Picture. My expectations going in were very low. Everyone I talked to, along with half the internet, seemed to be roasting the Academy for giving this film so much attention, especially considering it was competing with strong titles like Brutalist, The Substance, and others. But the biggest criticism all directed at Mikey Madison, who played the lead role. People were literally attacking her for winning an Oscar, which by the way as if she handed it to herself or something. Come on, her main rival was Demi Moore, and sure, I haven't seen The Substance yet, but I get the vibe. That film seems to fall into that love yourself as you are type genre, which the Academy loves handing awards to. Another thing that made it hard for some viewers, especially in post-Soviet countries, was the dubbing.
I am a really big drug dealer.
Oh, really?
Why you trust me?
Honestly, watching Anora dubbed ruins the essence of the film. The language barrier plays a huge narrative and emotional role throughout the story. Without that nuance, the film just doesn't hit the same. Alright, let's talk about the film itself. Spoilers warning, if you haven't seen it yet, please close the video. The first 30 minutes might make you think, okay, there's a lot of intimate shots here, and you would be right. It's definitely a bold, provocative opening, but the movie is not just about that. The story introduces us to Ivan, the spoiled son of a Russian billionaire, and Anora, Annie, as she wants her to be called, an escort working at a local strip club. From the get-to-go, there is a huge social gap between them. While he lives off daddy's money, she survives by giving pleasure to strangers. They connect because she speaks Russian, and surprise, sparks fly. Or well, let's say she fell for his money, and he fell for the fantasy. Ivan offers her $15,000 to be his girlfriend for a week. Things escalate quickly, and soon enough he proposes. Shocking, right? Annie, desperate for a way out of her lifestyle, of course she says yes. They get married in Las Vegas, and he gives her a 4-carat diamond ring, which turns out to be a very important detail later. One of the film's most subtle but powerful devices is the awkward yet real language gap between Ivan and Annie. Their communication is clumsy but somehow intimate, and this gap becomes even more relevant as the story unravels. Ivan, as we quickly learn, is a spoiled, emotionally immature man-child. Meanwhile, Anora fully commits. She quits her job, embraces this new role of loving wife. But soon reality hits. Ivan's mother, Galina, finds out about the marriage and is furious. She sees it as disgraceful. She sends Ivan's godfather, Taurus, to fix it. Taurus, mean Igor, played by Yuri Borisov, absolute standout performance, and Garny confront Ivan and try to bring him home to Russia. Ivan runs away. Annie fights back. She breaks Garnik's nose, punches Igor and tries to chase after Ivan, but she is tied up and sedated. When Taurus finally arrives, he tells her she will get nothing. Ivan owes nothing. It's all under his father's name. He offers her $10,000 to annul the marriage. Annie hesitates but eventually agrees, even while insisting that she truly loved him. That night, they search for Ivan across the city. By the way, the cinematography during these scenes is stunning, and there are hilarious moments with Armenian insults flying around between Garnik and Taurus, adding authentic, grounded humor. They eventually find Ivan at the strip club where Anora used to work. Now, here is where it gets really intense. Galina, mother of Ivan, who just landed in New York, learns that the marriage can only be annulled in Nevada. She orders everyone to fly to Vegas. Meanwhile, Anora tries to plead with the family, especially Galina, to save her marriage. But Galina is cold and condescending. Ivan once again folds under pressure. Anora threatens a long divorce process. However, Galina replies she will destroy her life. On the plane, Ivan attempts to justify himself to his mom, telling that he got married only to get fun, and that's it. Annie overhears, breaks down, and agrees to sign. After the paperwork, Igor suggests Ivan apologize. Galina shuts it down because her dear son doesn't owe anything to an escort. Before leaving, Annie hits him with a brutal truth. He married a prostitute just to piss off his mommy. Even Nikolai, father of Ivan, chuckles at that. Igor drives Annie back to her old Brooklyn house to pick up her things. They spend the night watching TV. It's quiet, almost tender. He tells her it was his birthday while they were chasing for Ivan. There is a subtle intimacy brewing between them. In the morning he gives her the $10,000 and also returns her wedding ring, but asks her not to tell Taurus. They start hooking up, but when he leans in to kiss her, she pushes him away. Then she just breaks down in his arms. Anora is a deeply painful film, especially that ending. It quietly, devastatingly suggests that Annie may be going back to her old life. It's not dramatic, it's just real. Mikey Madison delivers a truly haunting performance. Yuri Borisov as Igor adds so much soul to this film. His scenes with Annie are unforgettable. We shouldn't forget about Mark Edelstein too. If you're going to watch this film, watch it in original language. The dubbing kills the authenticity, the emotional beats, the culture clash. This movie lives in its awkward silences, its broken communication, its quiet heartbreak. Anora is not for everyone, but for those who get it, it will stay with you.